And then that's when he started to get weird, because then he said he wasn't going to trade for a while. I can't remember exactly what he said, but anyway.
Our traders, welcome back to another Guru review. You guys loved the first one, so here we are again, and this one's going to be a pretty strange one. This has to be one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen when it comes to a Forex guru, or any guru at all, really. So as you can tell, today we have Hunter FX. So before we actually begin the video, let me first remind you to smash that like button, and also give you some context of what this video is going to be about. So when I posted that last Guru review video, I actually had Hunter comment. I'll put that right here, actually right there. And he said, you know, oh, I'm sure I'll be on this soon. I better start trading better, or whatever. And so that made me think like, oh, well, maybe, you know, at least he knows that I'm likely to probably go test his stuff, and he's publicly commenting that I'm likely to do it. So maybe he's legit, you know, maybe he can actually put up some proof. And also, by the way, everything in this video is my opinion only. Do not listen to me. This is all just my opinion for legal reasons. Have your own opinions. Do what you like with this evidence. I'm going to try to present it in a way that is unbiased. But man, what you're about to see is just so ridiculous. It's almost on a, I would say, sociopathic level. So let me give you some context, like I said I would. So here we have Hunter FX. If you don't know, he is a self-proclaimed pro Forex trader. And what he does is, first of all, the main thing that I noticed that was really weird after what you're going to see in this video, you'll find this strange too, is that he says he does pro trader reviews, kind of like what I do, right? But he's basically saying that he is a professional trader reviewing other professional traders. And almost all of the guys that he reviews sell courses. But then if we come over here, he also sells courses, and he also, sorry if I look a little weird, by the way, I'm wearing a green shirt, so it messes up with the green screen. I had to change some video stuff. So you can see that he also sells courses. And I remember back in the day when he blew up, because I remember watching him when he first blew up way back when the virus started. He was talking smack about people that sell courses, and then he starts selling courses and signals and basically everything in between. And it's only going to cost you, you know, a pretty penny. It's only going to cost you about $6,500 if you want the top of the line stuff, especially that $500 ebook. Not even a physical copy, a ebook for $500. Maybe that's a joke. Maybe. I mean, he seems like a pretty comical guy. Then he has the Hunter FX video course for only $1,000. Oh, and if you want the Predator method, which we're about to find out what that is basically signals copying, a robot copying signals. That'll only cost you the low price of $5,000, giving us a nice fat total of $6,500. So here is what he offers on his signal service. We have 6 traders, which I think it's down to 3 now, 200 members, max drawdown of 5%, and monthly return of, oh, would you look at that, 30%. So let's go ahead and plug in a monthly return of 30% into a compound interest calculator and see what we can get. Okay, so here we are. We have a compound interest calculator. So let's say we start out with $100 and consider this months. This is not years. So let's say 24 months or 2 years worth of time, because he says 30% a month. So let's do 2 years worth of time, aka 24 months, at an interest rate of 30% a month. $100, only $100 turns into $54,000 in 2 years. $1,000 turns into $500,000, and $10,000 turns into $5 million in 2 years. So you have to ask yourself, if he can get 30% returns every single month, why is he selling a $500 ebook and a $5,000 robot? So anyways, let's get into the video. That may have been a long intro there, but basically I have an interview with one of Hunter FX clients. Okay, so this is someone that worked closely with Hunter FX, and let me give you the backstory. I know I've been saying that for a while. Let's actually dive into it. So we have Bob. Okay, Bob is going to remain anonymous. I had to put a voice changer over this interview. Okay, but he is legit, and we have the proof. He did work with Hunter FX. We have the receipts. We have the emails. And basically, Bob wanted to find a profitable Forex trader. He wanted to create a profitable Forex trading group. He himself is a profitable Forex trader, but he doesn't want, he thinks that it is too hard to, he doesn't want to miss any opportunities. So he'd rather find other traders that can work together with him so that they can all trade profitably, and they can have specialized traders in different strategies, different areas, so that he could take advantage of basically every opportunity. So he finds Hunter FX on YouTube. He thinks he is legit, which, hey, how could you blame the guy? Because Hunter FX claims he is legit. And he asks Hunter FX, hey, would you mind trading some of my money? Hunter FX at first says no. Bob goes ahead and says, hey, I'll pay you $1,000 up front just to show you that I'm willing to pay you. Hunter FX accepts the money, and on we go. Okay, Hunter FX accepts a $100,000 trading account from Bob, and the results you will see in this interview. So let's dive into this interview and break everything down. I'll be commenting on the interview as it goes and providing all the evidence that you need to see. And Hunter, if you're watching this, I, of course, am going to give you the chance to defend yourself. But it's looking pretty bad. So let's just get into it. I don't, no ill will towards Hunter. This is supposed to be unbiased. It is a little ridiculous, I think, what he's doing. But if he has any, if he can defend himself well, then hey, I'll always take back what I say. So let's get into the interview. So let's just get started because I don't want to take up too much of your time. So my first question is, how did you meet Hunter FX?
Well, I trade, so and for the last 6 months or so, I've focused mostly on Forex. So I just go through all the YouTube videos, like looking for stuff. And one of the things that I've been trying to do is, in my head, is like, okay, I think the way to go with this is to put together a group of 3 or 4 or 4 or 5 profitable full-time traders, because there's just too much for one person to handle, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You miss trades, you can get second opinions from somebody good, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so whenever I came across somebody that looked legit, I would contact them and basically try and see if I could find out a little more about them and see whether I could, whether I could get going on this group kind of thing. So that's the basic idea, was for the group. Now, I'm not rich, but I'm not short of money, and so it wasn't a big deal to put $100,000 into an account for him to trade.
Right.
And basically, what I'd done is I'd looked at his videos. Now, he was a bit of a braggart kind of guy.
Right.
I just kind of put that to, the younger generation, because I'm a lot older, and figured that, that was fine. But, he was showing trades on YouTube and showing profits. And so it was like, okay, I'll put this in account and have him trade it with a view to, hopefully it makes money, but, maybe I can get him on board and get going on this group. And, what's the worst thing that can happen? Maybe if he loses a little bit, I'm going to be down a few grand. That's no big deal. I don't
Right.
Okay, so there it is, right? So he was looking for someone to trade profitably for him. He reached out. We have the emails. I'll put up the emails right there. Okay, he contacted Hunter. Bob contacted Hunter, said, hey, do you want to trade for me? They ended up agreeing, and he ended up trading his money. And you'll hear how that goes now. So how did it go when you asked Hunter to trade for you? What was that like?
Well, at first he was no, because he didn't know who I was and wasn't sure that I would, pay him profits that were made. But basically, the agreement was he would mirror his personal trades. So the trades that he's doing on his YouTube channel, his personal trades where he's showing, profit every week, he would mirror those trades into my account, and we would split the profits. And to show willing, I paid him $1,000 up front. I wired that over through PayPal, so that he had a advance of the profit. So that way he knew that I was going to pay him.
Mm.
He was okay with it. And that was the deal.
So after that, he agreed, and then what? You opened up an account?
So I opened up an account, funded the account, and basically gave him access to that account, so he could just mirror his trades, because it wasn't going to work, and I'd already figured this out before when looking at signals and stuff like that. It's not going to work where somebody says, okay, place a trade here, and here's a stop loss, and take profit targets and so on. I might be away from my desk for 15 minutes or an hour and not get that trade. So basically, I gave him access to the account so he could place the trades at the same time as placing his.
Mm-hmm.
So how was it in the beginning? Was he ever profitable?
I think the first 2 weeks he was down, but only by $2,000 to $3,000. So 2 to 3%. He went from 100 to like 98, maybe 97. Then he got it back up to just basically a few $100s over break even. And after that, it just went south big time. It went down at like 90. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember the exact number, but maybe down to 96 or so, 97 or something. And then that's when he started to get weird, because then he said he wasn't going to trade for a while. I can't remember exactly what he said, but anyway.
Okay, so this is where it gets pretty interesting, because you'll notice that Hunter actually has this pattern where when he is underperforming, or when basically anything a little suspicious happens, he says, hey, I'm not trading anymore. I'm going to take a break. Or, hey, I'm going to change my strategy. This strategy is old. I'm going to do a new one. And it's interesting because he went into my Instagram DMs, and we spoke about allowing me to test his signals, because he actually wanted me to test his signals, which was interesting, right? If you have that kind of confidence, if you're asking me to test your signals, you probably have some good signals, which is what makes this all so bizarre. And you'll see right here, right on these messages here, you'll see that he says, I want you to test the most recent signals, though, because the old signals, they didn't work, basically, is what he's saying. Because obviously, if you have this new system, new strategy, then the old one must have been pretty good, right? But at the same time, he's here on YouTube posting videos about how much money he makes as a professional trader. It's all really weird, and you'll see that he does the same thing to Bob over here. Basically, when he starts losing money, he tells Bob that he's not going to trade anymore. So let's continue.
He's going to put me on his automatic bot, which basically, when he placed a trade, it mirrored the trade, automatically placed them in my account. Well, then it went down like $4,000 in 2 days. I'm like, what the heck's going on? And in his dialogue, he's saying, I'm not placing any trades. I said, well, yeah, what's going on? He said, well, I put the bot to my signal group.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, well, I never told you to do that. I didn't want that. I'm mirroring your trades.
Right. So he lost money and then decided that he wouldn't trade, his bot would trade.
His bot would trade that was linked to his signal group.
His signals.
Yes.
And immediately lost money on that as well.
Oh, big time. In like 2 days, we went down 4,000.
And this was all a live account, right?
Yeah, this is a live account.
So just to make that clear, Hunter started losing money, and what he decided to do, without the permission of Bob, is to go and start using a robot to copy the signals that he sends out to his signal group, and immediately loses $4,000 more. And you told me after this you switched him to a demo, was it?
Well, we went, yeah, I did afterwards, but we went further, we went further down after that. So I told him I wasn't happy that he switched me to his signal account. I had no idea that was happening. Mm-hmm. And anyway, he started trading again, and then he, all of a sudden, out of the blue, he said he's experimenting with a new strategy, and my account went down another few $1,000s. And I'm like, what the heck? Why are you experimenting with my account? And what's,
Yeah.
you've had this strategy that you're bragging about on YouTube that you're winning every week. Why would you change?
Yeah.
And anyway, the bottom line was the account went down by about 13%.
So at the end of it all, 13% loss. And before this, did he give you any sort of expectations of performance?
I've looked through our chats and I don't see where he actually said, you
Okay.
X amount per week or month. But throughout the chats, he has said plenty of times, I made,
Yeah.
4R this week. And, my question was, well, why is my account down this week?
So it's pretty interesting because here we have someone who claims to be a professional trader, but then when you look at his signal group, he has 3 different people sending out signals. So you have to ask yourself, why would a professional trader need 3 other traders who are probably not professional traders, given that it's hard enough to have one person be a professional trader, let alone 3 or 6 as claimed on his website? Why would a professional trader need other people for signals if his signals are going to guarantee 30% a month or even 10% a month? Even just being profitable, why would you ever give someone else the chance to trade on someone else's behalf if you yourself are already a good trader? Not only that, but then he has a robot that apparently trades his signals, and clearly that robot does not work, nor do the signals, according to the evidence presented right here in front of us. And I'll actually show you that here. Let me show you. So here we have the trades. These are all of the trades that Hunter took from the time they knew each other. And this thing is still going on, by the way. So let's see how that pans out. But here it is, a Owanda live account. Okay, and you can see down at the last time we got an update, down $11,000, almost $12,000, or 12% on this account. And as you'll see later in their interview, or if you've already seen it, depending on where I put this clip in, he also got the chance to have a demo account because Bob was nice enough to say, hey, just relax. Let's just put you on a demo account. And then if you can do well in the demo account, we'll put you back on the live trading account. Well, he lost $14,000 on the demo account. So pretty interesting stuff. I'm not sure when the profitable trader is supposed to come into this. But hey, maybe we just caught him at a bad time. That's always a possibility. And you were saying that even when he was losing on your account, he would still be posting videos of him making money.
Yes. Yes. In fact, one of the things that really made me laugh was he was doing I don't know if it was a small challenge account that he was doing on YouTube.
That's pretty popular. Yeah.
And I think but he was doing a separate account that he was starting from scratch. And he was up like 12R in 2 weeks or something. At the same time that my account is down, by 5 or 6R.
So, like you heard, basically, at the time, while Hunter was losing all of this money for Bob over here, he was also posting on YouTube claiming that he was making money on a small account. What he also has is a Excel sheet that he claims to have made money on, and I'll show that. I'll put that up right here. Okay, so here are the results for his signals on an Excel sheet. Okay, and the average monthly profit is 46% or 18%, depending on how much you risk. And he was putting in that he was making money pretty much all this time, or at least the signal group was making money all this time, while at the same time he was losing. So at the end of it all, how long was this process?
Well, it wasn't too long. It was probably a couple of months. He stopped. He said he basically got stressed out because of the losses and said, I've got to stop. This was early mid-December, and said there's not much happened in the Forex market anyway over the holidays. And so I thought, okay, well, rather than just throw good money after bad, I will set him up with a demo account. And he agreed to that. The whole deal was, look, you've lost this amount of money. I don't want to just blindly follow again. Let's do a demo account. Show me that you're making money in this demo account, and then we'll switch back to the live account, and we can start making money again. And he said okay to that, which I was surprised that he would say that so easily. But that demo account, the last time I looked, was down 11%, I think.
Is he still trading today? Where are you at today with him?
That account, it might be up a little on that. Let me see. Up a little more than last time. Yes, he traded today, and we had some wins today. So the account is now at $91,400.
Okay.
So he's down 8.5%.
Ouch.
On that, and that is since that's like less than a month.
Okay. So what do you plan on doing now? You think you're gonna stop? Or?
Well, basically, I take the responsibility. I knew it was a risk. I was going to make money or lose money, but I wasn't. I paid him $1,000 up front. I'm not going to ask for that back. He sent, he lost $4,000 by linking me to his Signal group, which I didn't ask for or didn't agree to. I'm going to ask for that back, and he also went on an experimental run, which lost it $2,000 or $3,000 as well. So there's money there that I'm going to ask back. I don't expect it back, but my plan is I want to, is to tell my story, and telling it through you is a great way to do that.
Yeah, hopefully.
And it's just a question of speaking the facts. I don't want to tell anybody that this guy is a bad dude or he's a con man or he's a liar. I just want to say, look, here are the facts, and here's the evidence to support those facts. You make your own decision, and that way I can't get in trouble by saying stuff. I can just tell my story, and it's the truth, and you can do what you want with it.
Yeah.
So just to update you guys, Bob did go and ask for a refund to Hunter, and Hunter so far has ignored the emails and has also deleted the Discord chat, I believe, that Bob was in, either the Discord chat or the Discord server. But Bob did update me on this and said that he has deleted the Discord that he was a part of with Hunter and all of the messages inside that. We have all the evidence, and it will be put out there. So that's the problem, though. I mean, these people on the internet, they show that they're making lots of money, and I mean, it's not your fault for trusting someone that seems trustworthy. It's just a big problem right now.
Especially with the virus.
Yeah, and I've probably there's hundreds of them online. So I look through them, and 90% of them, I get the idea right away that they're either are making money on their YouTube account, or and so they're not really into trading profitably, or they are just downright con men telling people that they're making money and they're not, trying to build up the YouTube account and sell courses and stuff like that. But there's a handful in there that you think, okay, well, maybe that guy, maybe. And like I said, the main goal of this, I trade myself. I trade in the stock market, and I trade FOREX. And from the middle of November through to now, I'm actually up a decent amount. I think I'm up 18 off.
Wow.
So I can trade. I know what I'm doing. And so it's not like I'm going there trying to make money. The idea was, hopefully I'll find a profitable guy, and then I can drag him into, putting this think tank together of 3 or 4 or 5 guys.
You should probably start on demo next, right?
Well, the thing was that he wouldn't have done it.
Oh, right. You're right.
I never asked, but he wouldn't have. There's no incentive for him to do it on demo.
Right.
He's going to expose himself as for losing, and we're all done. So I was trying to, entice him with that. It was a little more expensive than I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm thinking, okay, maybe it could go down 3-4 grand, and we'll stop it from there. But it happened so fast. It was like, holy cow, I might as well just hang in here and see if he can recover.
So at the end of the day, do you think Hunter FX is a real trader?
Well, I'm sure he trades, but the evidence that I've got, when he was mirroring his trades to my account was losing big time.
Yep.
So the
evidence points to one direction.
Yeah, it points to one direction. I don't know for sure. He could be making all kinds of money. I don't know. But all I know is when he mirrored his trades to my account, we were losing big time. And he was getting stressed out.
All right, well, I think that wraps it up right there. Okay, so there it is. That is the evidence we have. Now, obviously, I want to give Hunter the chance to defend himself. I can't obviously just take this man at his word, even though it is a very trustworthy source. This is the guy that has clearly shown enough evidence that he did work with Hunter FX. But there's always two sides to the story. So, I was going to test the signals myself, but as you can see in this conversation here, basically as soon as I joined, he kicked me out because he started to underperform and blamed it on being nervous and saying that he doesn't care about proving anything to YouTube. But then here he is charging people $5,000 for his signals and $500 for an ebook. So this is a crazy situation, right? I mean, it is almost creepy at this point that someone would, what is this? Is this some sort of act? Is this a show? I mean, this is someone who willingly said, test my signals, who posts on YouTube, rating other professional traders, claiming to be a professional trader, seemingly, pretty confident, maybe a little arrogant in how good of a trader he actually is. And then when he's actually put to the test, from what we've seen, he is nowhere even close to being the kind of trader that he at least portrays, which is it's really weird. This is a really weird situation because maybe he is convinced that he is a good trader, and maybe a little delusional. I really don't know. It's pretty weird that he's putting out. I mean, it's almost, like I said, it's almost like sociopathic because he's playing this. It almost seems like he's playing this character, and he's so convinced that he's an amazing trader, and he tells everyone with a straight face. He looks people dead in the eyes and says, "I'm a professional trader. Give me your money. I'll trade it, and we'll do well." And then loses money hand over fist. It's quite strange. Maybe this is all one big coincidence that this is just the one time that he's losing money. Maybe he'll let me test the signals. I didn't wait to test the signals because I don't want to really give him the chance to come up with another excuse, because it seems like he really likes to come up with excuses. And yeah, that could have taken forever. So I'm just putting out this video because this is the evidence that I have. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. In my opinion, we are going to give Hunter FX a guru score of 8 out of 10. There are red flags everywhere. I mean, you can't get more suspicious than this at this point. The only reason he's not a 10 out of 10 is because he seems like a pretty nice dude, and he seemed pretty confident that he's a good trader. So I just, maybe he is. I don't want to say he's a horrible trader or a fraud just yet. He seems really confident in his trading, and maybe that's why people fall for it. Hey, here I am talking about maybe he's a good trader because, who the heck goes around and says, come test my signals if you don't have good signals, right? He knew that I would test his signals and put them on YouTube, but then at the same time, maybe that's why he had to kick me out when he started doing bad. Who knows? But that is Hunter FX, 8 out of 10 on the guru scale, possibly even a 9 out of 10. Let's go 8.5, meet in the middle. 8.5 out of 10 on that guru scale. Remember that if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. And if you want to see more videos just like this, make sure to donate to that Patreon if you want. That helps support the channel, helps me keep everything nice and free and fun. And if you don't want to spend any money, always just join that free Discord, absolutely free, down below, where you can talk to people that are just like you. And if you have a similar story just like this one and you want to share it with me, I'm always available. You can just reach out to my email, info@tradertalks.com, and we can get that sorted out and tell your story to the world. So that is it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.